welcome to Pitching In, the story podcast that explores the difference between taste and expertise. I'm Christian Barrett, and this week we have part 2 of our Home Alone episode. Last week, Shane Adamsack and myself reviewed the 1990 classic with a comfy 7.6 out of 10 to the first decimal place. We also pitched our sequels and spin-off. This week, we move on to our pitching challenges that I now realise have nothing to do with Home Alone. We just recorded it all at the same time. Sorry and thank you. Enjoy. We are going to move on to the random pitch challenge. This week, I gave out the challenge I gave it out to Ryan and Shane, but unfortunately, as you know, Ryan wasn't able to make it
What
today.
a whim. Oh, my appendix burst.
His appendix burst.
Oh, boo-hoo, I'm in hospital.
Hopefully I think he's on the mend now. He's back home now, so hopefully he's going to be okay.
I'm in agony. Help me. What a baby.
I haven't had my appendix out. You have, Shane.
Yeah,
it's not fun, right?
It's legitimately
terrible.
very shit.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. But hopefully what won't be terrible is our pitches.
I still would have done the podcast, though, because I'm not a coward.
He's going to love that. So the challenge that I gave you, Shane, was to rewrite a movie you hate to make it good, trying to do what it was trying to do, only better.
Yep.
How do you think you went?
I struggled so hard with this. I literally went through so many movies and just kept going, that's too hard, I can't do it.
Okay.
So can I just jump into mine?
Yes.
I started with my least favourite movie of all time, which is Son of the Mask. Have you seen Son of the Mask? It's like the straight-to-video sequel to The Mask.
I feel like I've seen clips from it, but no, I don't think I've seen it.
It's Jamie Kennedy.
That's right, Jamie Kennedy.
Basically, what happens is a dog that's a Jack Russell, but not the same dog from the first Mask.
Yep.
It's actually called Otis. So there's Milo knows. That's actually what the dog is called, and in the movie. Finds the mask, brings it to Jamie Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy puts it on, becomes the mask for like 10 minutes of the movie, ends up sleeping with his wife, or fiancé, whatever it is at the time, as he's still wearing the mask.
Okay.
9 months later, she gives birth to a baby who's a human baby but has the powers of the mask. And then the dog also has the mask, and the dog puts it.
So he sleeps with her when he's got the mask on. That's just weird.
Yeah, it's messed up. And then, so basically, the movie's not even really about Jamie Kennedy's character. It's about the baby, who is the most badly CGI'd baby for the whole movie, and also the dog, who's one of the worst CGI'd dogs. And it's Alan Cumming is in it. Like, he's not even enough to save the movie. He plays Loki. It's like the biggest pile of trash. And I sat down and I went, how can I fix this movie? And the only solution I came up with was like, they just have to have not made the movie.
Yeah.
So I went, okay, that's too hard.
Man. Well, that's
the only way to fix it was to make the movie not exist at all.
How the heck would you? Because my approach to like this idea of like fixing a movie, you can't just change the whole idea. You have to try to take the original idea.
I couldn't do it without just writing a new sequel.
Yeah, like
it's
without making it a completely unrecognizable movie.
Like I've never been so mad after watching a movie all the way to the end. Like it's so bad. I can't stress enough how bad this movie is. Like, it's not even so bad that I want you to watch it to see how bad it is. I want you to destroy every copy of it you see. So I moved on I thought I'll try and tackle X-Men 3, because I love the X-Men franchise. And X-Men 3 was probably the most disappointing one for me.
There was bits in it where I was like, oh, this is almost a cool idea.
It's a salvageable movie.
Like Beast,
but
Kelsey Grammer is Beast, like that's good.
There's so many things that could be
there's
great.
a few bits I was like, oh, this is almost good, but it's just, wow.
So what I thought is like, what I'll do is I'll just rewrite the story, because they tried to do the Phoenix Saga, which is one of the storylines from the comic, right? So what I'll do is I'll just do it, but I'll just do it straight from the comic storyline. But I thought, well, that's cheating, because I didn't really write that. That's just me going, I'll just adapt a story that already exists. So I felt like that's not fair, that didn't really count.
Okay, sure.
And then I thought I'd tackle The Last Airbender.
Oh, no.
The live action, based on the last...
I turned that off. I haven't seen that whole thing.
Yeah,
I turned it off.
Bad.
Oh, it feels so
really
bad, because I like some M. Night Shyamalan stuff. Like, he does some
the
good
cartoon,
stuff.
The Nickelodeon cartoon, The Last Airbender is brilliant. Legend of Korra is brilliant. The movie is just a pile of trash. And once again, I started looking at it and went, it's just too much work to do. So, here's what I settled on.
Okay.
The fourth movie that I attempted.
Okay.
I notoriously am not a fan of James Cameron's Avatar.
Cool.
I'm just not. And I'd
see, because I quite like it. I can see gaps where people can poke definite holes in it.
Yeah, look,
I quite enjoy it, but I find
visually,
it very interesting.
I think it's spectacular.
Yeah, sure.
It's groundbreaking, spectacular to look at. but the story is just Fern Gully.
And Pocahontas. And Dances with Wolves.
And I've seen that story before, and I have a rule: if you don't have a new story, you don't get to make a movie.
That's fair.
Okay? That's my rule.
You have a code that...
And as good as it is, I'm like, I've already seen this movie.
Yeah.
This is a fancy version of Fern Gully. And Fern Gully had Robin Williams,
That's
and that
true.
was, it had Tim
Christian
Curry in
Slater.
it. Yeah. If I had to watch, I'd just watch Fern Gully again.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So, here's what I propose.
Okay.
It was just one simple change. There's one tiny change. It's the only thing I've changed. It's one tiny thing, and it's in like the first line of the treatment.
Okay.
So you have the Na'vi, the blue guys,
Yes.
the CGI characters, which look amazing.
Yeah.
The Na'vi, and the place they live is called Pandora.
Yes.
Right. So what I want to do is you get every copy of the script there. You just take the phrase the Na'vi, and you take the location Pandora, and you change it to Ewoks of Endor. Fixed it. Same movie. Now, what this is going to do, you look confused, this is going to do one of two things. It's going to, either people are going to love it, exactly the same, and they're going to be like, cool, Ewoks are great.
Yep.
Or people are going to realise what I always knew, is that the movie is trash. Either way, I win. There you go. Fixed it. Solved it. I fixed Avatar. It's made them Ewoks. If it's good enough to hold up with Ewoks, then it's a good movie. If it's not, it's a piece of trash. Fixed it. You can fix any movie this way.
Ewoks.
Yeah, except Son of Mars. That couldn't be saved.
So, I haven't seen... Ewoks of Endor was like a... I haven't seen that.
It's a Star Wars movie, but the Ewoks from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but it's like Ewoks of Endor is like a side...
It's called... There's two
film.
Ewok movies.
One's a Christmas one?
No, that's a different thing.
Okay.
There's a Star Wars holiday special.
Okay.
There's Return to Endor.
Okay.
And Caravan of Courage.
Okay.
These are the two standalone Ewok movies. They don't have any of the characters in it other than Wicket and some Ewoks.
Okay.
They're fine. They're not great.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the Ewoks in Avatar instead of those CGI things. Practical suits.
Yeah.
Real guys.
And
exactly the same story.
And everything else, all like the flying and stuff.
Everything's the same. Except
and
they're Ewoks now.
And like what about like when they need to like commune with the tree?
They do Ewok shit. I don't know what Ewoks do. They talk in Ewok language.
Okay.
Subtitled,
and
I
like
guess.
where they plug their hair into it. Ewoks like plug their butt or something.
It's like their butt, yeah.
Okay. Or they
put something in their butt.
Or their little bear nose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing. You think about it, I'm right.
Okay. I don't know how. How to think about it.
Yeah, take your time. Just watch Avatar again. And
just
pretend,
imagine
and when you're doing it, pretend
Ewoks,
they're Ewoks, and pretend every time they
Endor.
say Pandora, you pretend you're on Endor.
Okay.
And it becomes about a bunch of jerk humans trying to destroy Endor, and the Ewoks teach them a lesson.
Oh, yeah. And one of them becomes an Ewok.
And one of them tends to be an Ewok, yeah, through magic. And also Sigourney Weaver is in it still, because she's great.
because she's great.
Yeah.
And can Sam Worthington do a convincing American
No,
accent
he
in
must.
this?
He also Sam Worthington is replaced with a better actor.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
That I just thought of that on the fly. That would also
That's
make that
good.
movie better.
I watched
yeah.
Man on a Ledge the other week, and he's in that. And
Is
he
that the one
doesn't
about the tightrope walker guy?
No, that's...
Oh, that's Man on a Wire.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. Or The Walk or something.
Right.
The one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Mm-hmm. What am I, a movie buff?
Movie knowledge, man. But yeah, no. Then I was trying to figure out why he doesn't do better accents, Sam Worthington. And then I read an interview where he says, "Yeah, I'm not very good at accents. Sorry." That's just what he said. He said, "I try my best, but I'm not very good. I'm sorry." I was like, "Oh."
I mean, I'll still
okay.
take Sam Worthington over Jai Courtney any day of the week.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't mind Jai Courtney in Reacher. He's a decent bad guy.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's decent. He doesn't have a big role.
I just don't
like
think he's good.
It's like the second in
I just
charge.
don't get it.
guy. Yeah, not even in Suicide Squad, one of the greatest movies in the world that's ever been.
Didn't even think of trying to tackle that.
No, well, so it sounds like you had a journey to get to yours.
Yeah,
and it was tricky to get to yours.
Mostly me sitting at my computer just being mad.
Yeah.
At movies.
Yeah.
And mostly my decision was like, the only way to fix this movie is what if they just didn't make it? That would be better.
Okay. Well, so what I've done is I've gone with a movie that.
Because you know what?
That I don't think it wasn't worth making. I just think what they think they've done is not what they've done. They've completely failed at it.
Yeah.
And created basically an abomination to children's entertainment in terms of its themes.
Oh, okay.
And that movie is Frozen.
Oh, shit!
Because
He's hitting the big guns. He's not holding back. Taking on Disney.
Yeah, basically, I think the ideas behind Frozen and what they think they were doing with it was about female empowerment and sister love over boyfriend love. Mm-hmm. And I think they don't do it very well. Okay. I think what they create is one in particular, a very selfish woman.
Shots fired.
Who never apologizes for what she does in Elsa. Mm-hmm. She has all this power and just whinges about it and doesn't try to fix it, doesn't practice her powers, and then basically has a sister who's very kind and basically enables that behavior by going, you don't have to apologize for making mistakes, just my love will fix your mistakes. So then that basically teaches people to prioritize their own freedom over their responsibility to make sure they don't hurt other people. Mm-hmm. And it teaches you that when someone makes a mistake, it's because they weren't loved enough. Like, it's just this, I just think that's awful. It makes me angry.
You've just lost all your 10-year-old girl listeners to this podcast.
Yeah. It still has, lovely, the music is lovely, although I don't think it's as great as a lot of the other Disney music. But it's fun.
I could go my whole life and never have heard that fucking Ice Ho song again.
Oh, yeah.
The one
yeah.
that sounds like shit song. We're going to ice and put it in the bucket.
It sounds like a bad version of one of the better songs from Pocahontas.
Yeah.
And not to mention the fact that they do some cheating storytelling things, like Hans, who turns out to be the bad guy in the end of the movie. There's a shot of him watching Anna walk away, and he goes, "Oh, I think I love her." Like, you see his face. He's like, "I think I love her." Nobody's looking at him, and he doesn't actually love her, which we find out later on. But he does that for the camera. Terrible storytelling because it's cheating. You know, it's having the character do something they wouldn't do in order for us to be tricked into thinking they're good when they're actually bad. Terrible.
That's a good point.
With all of that in mind, it doesn't have a different name. I'm just rewriting Frozen. So
is there more? Is there any burning bras in this version?
No, there isn't. But it does have some strong women, which is great.
Great.
So Elsa and Anna are playing, and Anna says she wishes she had powers like Elsa. So they're as children. She wishes she had powers like Elsa to repay all the happiness that Elsa gives her. Elsa says, "No, I'm the big sister. I'll take care of everything." Then Elsa accidentally hurts Anna while building a snowman, and her parents take her to magic trolls who use purple energy magic to erase Anna's memory and teach Elsa to fear her own abilities and emotions. Elsa asks why she even has these powers, and her parents don't know how to answer. Later on, then Anna and Elsa are shut up in a castle for 10 years. Their parents teach Elsa to conceal, don't feel, and call this being a good girl. They make her practice sitting on her throne until she can stay there without it freezing. When she succeeds, her parents are proud. Solid as stone, they say. But as soon as they leave the throne freezes over and Elsa cries, exhausted. Then her parents disappear in a storm one night. The magical trolls, watch the castle as the girls go to bed without parents for the first time. The trolls are concerned, but they keep their distance. Time passes and Anna sings, "Do you want to build a snowman?" to Elsa, recalling their childhood fun. But in her room, Elsa tries to make snowmen, but they're just mediocre and they all collapse before she can open the door to show Anna. 10 years later, it's Elsa's coronation. Anna is elated about going outside and how everything will be perfect if she just follows her heart. She meets Hans and she knows she's right because he's perfect for her too. But Elsa is scared of the throne, and when they ask her to sit on it during the coronation, she freaks out and freezes over the whole tower, and it starts to collapse and people barely escape, and it stays frozen. Elsa apologizes, but she can't unfreeze it, and the people tell her she's an embarrassment to her parents, and they banish her. Anna argues, saying she knows in her heart that Elsa can be queen. The people tell Anna that her heart is wrong, her engagement to Hans is ridiculous. Anna is angry and she swears to bring Elsa home to be fit to be queen. She leaves her new fiancé in charge to prove that he's perfect. In the mountains, Elsa mopes, building a tower to hide in as she sings Let It Go. But then she remembers a different tune and manages to build an army of little snowmen, which she sneaks down into the city, and they soon return to her with information on her parents' mysterious death. She decides to return to town, stop being selfish, and to make amends without using her powers. And then Anna meets Kristoff on the way up the mountain. She knows in her heart that he's an idiot. But he shows her the trolls, and they give Anna some anti-ice magic shackles to put on Elsa, so that Elsa can control her powers and be queen. Kristoff isn't sure about the shackles, but Anna knows in her heart she can trust the trolls, and they keep searching for Elsa. In town, Hans, trying to protect the town, realizes that Elsa's powers that froze the tower are slowly creeping out across the town and freezing everything. And then Wesselton announces the secret to everyone and makes them all scared. Some of them are already getting frozen and trapped in bits of ice. Meanwhile, Elsa and Anna meet as the one comes down and the other goes up the mountain, and they're happy, but then angry. They argue. Elsa says, Anna, you shouldn't have come after me. And Anna says she was trying to meet her halfway. It's called love. Elsa scoffs and says, next Anna's probably going to ask if she wants to build a snowman. To which Anna replies, it doesn't have to be a snowman. And Elsa rolls her eyes and smiles. They swap info on the jerky Wesselton and what he's doing down in the town, and their parents' mysterious death, and decide to head for town. Anna asks Elsa to wear the anti-magic shackles, and Elsa agrees. The anti-ice magic shackles, and Elsa agrees. Kristoff disagrees, so Anna tells him to get lost, because she trusts her heart. The trolls meet the sisters on the mountain, notice Elsa is wearing the shackles, and point out the town is freezing over, and they all should go down to help really quick. So they do. When they reach the town, Kristoff and Hans are trapped in ice that seeps down from the ice tower that Elsa created, and Wesselton is in charge. He sees the sisters and demands their imprisonment. He gets the townsfolk chanting, his eyes and their eyes glowing with purple magic energy. Their chanting echoes off piles and piles of stone that litter the town for some reason, and the echo causes Elsa's Let It Go ice palace, way up on the top of the mountain, to topple and start an avalanche. Hans breaks free of his ice prison and grabs Elsa and Anna, saying these sisters will not be imprisoned, and Anna rejoices. And then Hans says, until he kills one of them and marries the other, and he drags the shackled Elsa towards a cliff. Anna asks, why are you doing this? And Hans says, what does your heart tell you? Then the trolls surround Anna with a stone wall, trapping her, and explain that hearts don't know anything. Only reason and logic is reliable, solid as stone. Just like how they gave the sisters powers, so the king and queen would panic and seek the trolls' magical help. Then the trolls could have them killed and wait till the sisters destroyed their own rule, their own city, and prove to everyone that emotion can't be in charge, only reason, solid as stone. Elsa and Anna are upset. Anna says she made a mistake. Elsa says she did too and apologizes to everyone. Then Hans says, that's a good girl, and throws Elsa off the cliff.
Oh, shit!
And as Kristoff freezes over in an ice block, and the people cheer, and the avalanche nears, Anna cries and starts to sing. Do you want to build a snowman? And her little voice echoes off the piles of stones and bounces out into the valley proper, and Elsa hears it and says quietly, it doesn't have to be a snowman. And her shackles explode with power as she falls.
Oh, just like Captain Marvel.
Just like... And as Hans notices the avalanche and tells the trolls to protect him, they refuse, saying the human world must be destroyed for them to rule. And so Hans freaks and runs off. And as the purple energy leaves their eyes, so now do the townsfolk freak out and run off. Anna races to save Kristoff from his ice block, and as the avalanche is about to destroy everything, a giant snow woman rises up and stops it.
And burns all the bras.
No, not yet.
Oh.
The people are relieved until a giant troll made of trolls rises up to fight the snow woman. So these two Goliaths are fighting each other, and as the troll defeats the snow woman and the people scream, Elsa appears, dropping her anti-ice shackles off to blast the giant troll with ice, only to be pushed back towards the cliff. She's not able to overcome it until suddenly a burst of lava explodes across the rock troll's face, and Anna stands wearing the anti-ice shackles as both sisters hit the trolls with their magical powers, one with ice and one with lava. Elsa wonders how Anna is doing that. Anna says, I used reason and logic and figured that since the trolls said they gave both the sisters magic and these are anti-ice shackles, they'd boost any magic that I had in me. It's called meeting you halfway. Let's call it love, says Elsa.
Oh,
and together, they turn the troll into a giant rock statue frozen in lava and ice. And at a new coronation, once the town's been cleaned up, Elsa thaws the frozen tower with Anna's help, and the two sisters rule over the land together.
And burn their bras. All right. Yeah. All right, pretty cool.
Yeah. So basically, the further I got towards the end, the less I knew exactly what to do with it, as you could probably tell. But just this idea
I like lava
of
powers.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So giving Anna some more agency, giving her some more powers, basically proving that following your heart all the time is not a great idea, which I don't think.
Oh, I've made some dumb mistakes following my
heart. Do you know
heart.
what I mean? Like the best.
Here's a list of the following mistakes I have made while following my.
Exactly. I mean, it's that. So yeah. So this kind of idea of like it's just the real Frozen is such an emotionally unhealthy film, teaching one character to hide her emotions and then never having to apologize, and teaching another character to let her do that and give her love even though she never apologizes. It's just very emotionally unhealthy, and I don't think it's a good
letter of complaint to the
Frozen
head of
message
Walt
to
Disney.
send all the ladies out there. You know, look at Mulan and Pocahontas as female role models, not the chicks from Elsa. They're not good role models.
Yeah, they're a bunch of bitches.
Says this privileged white man.
Yeah, white man telling you where it's at. You learn a lot from us.
No, but yeah, so that's...
All right.
That's
so
that's,
has that got a new title, or is it still just called Frozen?
Just Frozen, I think.
All right.
Yeah, I just think something closer to that is what they should have done. I just think it should have been something. And just have Elsa, like, earlier on in the film, do anything. Just do anything. Like in this, she tries to learn to build snowmen. She can't build big ones, so she just builds those little cute ones that they brought out in the Frozen Fever little short film. Just have those guys, like, go down and investigate or something. Or do something. Just do something. Stop just sitting there and whinging.
You're getting real mad.
She just whinges.
I like that when the trolls formed Troll Voltron.
Yes, Trolltron. Yeah. That,
Well, great.
and basically...
Once again, that email address is funding
to forgive
pitchingin.com.
To forgive the fact that these parents were bad parents, I just made it that the trolls basically manipulated them and were evil, and it was the trolls who were evil.
Okay.
And tricked the parents, because otherwise the parents are awful.
That's pretty trollist, man.
I mean, like in Ninja Turtles, like in Power Rangers, you're going to make anyone evil, make them aliens or robots.
Yeah.
And trolls kind of fits into the category.
All right.
So that humans can feel free to just be treated as if we're the ones who are special.
Yeah, top of the food chain.
Yeah.
Great.
So there we go. So those guys are our
We fixed Hollywood once again.
Yeah, we fixed two of the titans. We did actually. We both took on titans.
Yeah.
Titans of the industry. Yours was a relatively simple fix.
Just a little independent film by James Cameron.
By James Cameron, that guy. Are you looking forward to the other 3 or 4 that he's bringing out?
No.
Okay.
Not a single bit. Not a single
He's bringing
part
out
of music.
4 more. I'll be honest and say I am looking forward to them.
Hurry up, make your sequels. It's been 10 years since that movie came out.
He's making them all, though. He's making them all at the same time.
Dumb.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Remember when we thought the Matrix sequels were going to be cool? And they kind of were, but then they also ruined
I'm one of the people who, like...
First one's the best.
The first one's still the best. The first one's
by
the best.
a lot.
Yeah, but the first one lacks a lot of what I wanted the first one to be, which the second and third put in for me.
More Rage Against the Machine.
More cool fights and watching Neo fly more.
Okay.
And do more cool things.
Well, they made that movie. It's called Superman, the Richard Donner cut.
That's true. But I wanted to see Neo hit the limits of his power in the Matrix and be challenged in that.
Can I tell you one thing about the Matrix? And when I tell you this, you will not be able to unhear it. So you must decide now.
Is it going to ruin it for me?
Yes.
Okay.
From now on, every time you watch any of the Matrix movies and they say the name Neo,
yes,
I want you to pretend that they're calling him Neil. Because that's what it sounds like. And then once you hear it, you can never unhear it. And it thinks that everyone just thinks his name is Neil. It's great.
I thought you were going to say, it's an anagram for one, and it also means new. So isn't that clever?
No. Neil.
Okay.
It's real fun. It's real fun, I promise.
Well, that brings us to the end of our pitching session for this episode of Pitching In. But I wonder if we have time for a game or two.
Oh, look, I don't have anywhere better to be.
I don't know how long we've been going for. Oh, yeah, no, we're doing good. We're doing good with that time.
Okay.
Yeah? So would you like to do a
See, if
pitching
anything,
game
the
or two?
podcast has been better without having Ryan here. Don't you think? Much more.
Well, I forgot that we'd be streamlining it. It is streamlined, What we don't want is we don't want anyone who, oh, no, that doesn't work. I was going to say we can't have anyone with appendix here, but I have an appendix.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I think
All right, you're going to have to do the rest.
Oh, man. All right, welcome to Pitching In.
Do my voice.
Hey, guys. It's my Christian here. Get your bras and burn them. And then I'm sick and tired of all these bras. Get them, put them in the trash, set them on fire. Also, Frozen is not my favourite movie. Mulan is. And I'll tell you why on next week's episode. Anyway, hey Roo, thanks for listening.
Well, I sound like a hell of a character.
Yep.
Shane, you have...
let's play some games.
Yes, so you have on your The Cave podcast.
My other...
Is it called The Cave? There's a The, right?
The Cave.
The Cave.
The Cave podcast.
Which people can check out...
at omni.fm/shows, or you can find us on iTunes and Google Play and all that jazz.
Sweet.
Pop
now, one of the
culture.
really cool games that you guys have played, and I know you've done it on some of your live shows.
Yeah.
That I've found very hilarious. We did a live show. You guys did a live show. Sorry, that I went to. I was lucky to be in the audience for.
You actually got up at one point, didn't you? Didn't we get you up to play?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I hope so. I can't remember, but I
For
remember.
Choose Your Own Adventure, I think.
Yes,
got
we
you
were
right.
in a video store. A computer game. We were in
An arcade.
An arcade.
Yep.
Surrounded by games, and and you played this very cool game, which you're going to share with us right now because you have some extra ones that you want to share.
Yeah, I
with
had some
us.
leftover ones. So the game's called Combiner Wars. The premise is simple. I'm going to give you 2 clues, and there's one answer. For example. I am an ex-WWE champion who is now a successful Hollywood acting career and ABC TV show from the 90s about a toy elephant, an accordion, and a water bottle. I am Dwayne
The Rock
Johnson and Friends, right?
Yes.
So it's a combination of 2 answers.
Okay, cool.
All right. So
I like this.
All right.
So you're going to give them to me, obviously, because I don't know them.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and guess them.
We'll see how you go.
Okay.
All right. So this is a year 2000 Kutcher William Scott vehicle that divided audiences.
Yes.
And my least favourite Pixar film that I have watched more than once.
Ooh, Dude, Where's My Cars?
Yeah,
Cars?
that's it. Yeah, Dude, Where's My Cars?
Okay, nice.
All right.
I was going to say, because I wasn't sure if it was Cars 2 or 3, because apparently they drop in quality.
Yeah, no, Cars is it's not my favourite.
No. Why are they cars? How do they have sex?
Who knows? All right, so this is the final film in the good J.R.R. Tolkien trilogy, and the doco about a guy trying to play a game about a monkey throwing barrels at a plumber.
Return of the King. Return of the King. Wait, what was the second part of the clue?
So it's the final film in the good J.R.R. Tolkien trilogy, and a documentary about a guy trying to play a game about a monkey throwing barrels at a plumber.
Oh, I don't think I know this documentary. It's like Return of the King Donkey Kong or something? King of Donkey Kong?
Close enough. It's Lord of the Rings, Return of the King of Kong.
Oh, so that was called the King of Kong.
It's called the King of Kong.
Oh, cool. I haven't heard of that one. Okay. So Return of the King... Lord of the Rings... it rhymes. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King of Kong.
Return of the King of Kong.
Okay,
All right, I'll give you 3 more.
Okay.
These are probably my 3 favourite ones that we didn't use in the show.
Okay,
These were the outtakes that I feel should have been there, but I love them.
Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger goes back in time to kill the mother of a future resistance leader, and the Beverly Hills 90210 alumni with the weird boob job whose father produced the show.
Terminator Aaron Spelling? What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, you...
Terminator Spelling? No, Donna...
You're so close.
With Donna.
Aaron Spelling was the producer, but I'm talking about the daughter.
Yes.
Who was in the show.
Anna Donatella or Donna? No, Donna's a character name.
Yeah, she played Donna, I believe.
Tori, okay. Her name's Tori Spelling, so it is...
So there it would be.
I've forgotten the first part now.
Arnold Schwarzenegger goes back in time.
Terminator Spelling.
There you go. The Terminator Spelling.
Thank you for getting me there. Oh,
you got
man.
there. All right, 2 more.
Terminator Spelling.
2 more. All right, so Dawson of The Creek fame nervously assists a green puppet professor with often explosive results.
A green puppet professor?
Okay, I'll make this a little bit easier. Dawson of The Creek fame nervously assists a green Muppet professor with often explosive results.
A green Muppet professor. I can't remember that green Muppet guy's name. There's Beaker, and the green Muppet's name is...
No, so I'll give you the clue again. Dawson of The Creek fame nervously assists a green puppet professor with often explosive results.
Dawson's Beaker? No. Wait. James Van Der Beeker?
There you go. James Van Der Beeker from the Muppets. I would have accepted. Final one. Will Smith's life gets flipped upside down when his golden retriever makes the NBA playoffs.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, bud.
Boom. Nailed it.
Nice. Oh, that is good. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's that game called again?
I just call it Combiner Wars.
Combiner Wars.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, I think we have time for one last game if you're up for it.
All right. Always.
So, Still don't have... Okay, let's try and come up with a name for this game. So this is a game that we played once before. Ryan brought it in. We didn't have a name for it.
Ryan,
that guy.
Sick of hearing about him.
Bringing in games but no appendices.
Yeah.
And in this game, we basically have a timer. We have a couple of piles of different categories within stories. A couple of piles, not as bad as... No, that doesn't work. Mm-hmm. You can't... It's like a pile. It's not the same as an appendix burst. We've got a couple of piles... So at the moment, we've got 2 piles of little notes. One pile as piece of paper that have scenarios, sort of storytelling scenarios, like setting scenarios. Mm-hmm. And the other has like obstacles or problems that they will encounter. Okay. So, and we are going to... We'll probably do a couple of these, but within a set time limit, we have to try and come up with Act 1, Act 2, Act 3... beginning, middle, end of a story for these. It's kind of like Mad Libs, kind of like one of those.
Are we just going to take one from each tub each time, or are we going to take...
No, I think, what do you want to do?
Let's start with one.
Okay. Which tub are you going to go
let's
for?
Let's make it more complicated
and we're going to go for 5 minutes.
I'm going to take this... I've got one from the scenario bucket. Okay?
Sweet.
So go...
Wait, do you have the scenario bucket? No, you have the character bucket.
I've got the obstacle bucket.
Okay, yes, and I've got the scenario. Okay, great.
So you go first, I guess, right?
Well, okay. Aboard a ghost pirate ship.
Easter eggs.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're aboard a ghost pirate ship, and there's Easter eggs.
Okay, so let's start. So we have 5 minutes to come up with the story.
Jeez, 5 minutes. Give me 1 minute.
Do you want to do really short? You want to do shorter than 5?
No, we'll see how we go.
We can do shorter than 5. We've already used up 10 seconds.
All right.
Okay, so we've got.
Give me the imagery. I'm thinking skeleton rowers.
Yeah.
Zombie.
Yeah.
Cannonball guys.
Yeah.
Swashbuckling. The crew's like they're fighting amongst themselves.
Yeah. I want the end of this movie to be the start of Easter. So, like the beginnings of Easter, when Easter starts, not religiously, but it's when the commercial version of Easter starts.
Oh.
Because the pirate ghosts need to be reborn.
Oh, okay. They've heard a legend of a man.
Easter eggs or something?
It's got lost in translation. We've heard there's a man, they call him Jesus, and he was brought back by entering a mystical cave, right? Something about they've got to try find this mystical cave. So they've got like a treasure map that leads to the cave where Jesus, or supposedly like, the cave where they put his body and then came back 3 days later, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so they've got to try find that cave.
And so that's kind of Act 1, and the end of Act 1 is them finding it, and gaining the power of resurrection.
Sure.
From Jesus.
Yeah.
And so
they send one of like the little goons, like the masked boy or whatever, to check out the cave first to make sure it's safe.
Yes.
And then he goes in and doesn't come out, and they think it doesn't work. Okay. And they've kind of given up hope.
Okay.
But then 3 days later, he comes out.
And he's resurrected.
And now, when he comes out, is he just human again?
I think so.
I mean, I guess that's what it has to be, right?
Unless he gets turned into a bunny.
So they're all like, they're packing the ship. They're like, this was a waste of time. Let's go back and plunge the seas. And then he's like, I think maybe I could be of assistance when they're trying to put like a big heavy thing on. And it's like the boy, but he's a man again. He's like a human.
Okay, so they go, we're leaving, this is stupid, and they leave, and then he wakes up alive. And he comes up alive, and he's like, I'm alive,
They left me
alone. So he's left on the island.
Sets up a bunch of traps.
And then he has to...
Stops burglars.
He has to use maybe... but the island is a diseased island, right? So there's no food. He goes out looking for food. He finds that it's a diseased island because of ghost pollution or something.
Great.
And there's a lot of dead animals around. And he finds a bunch of dead bunnies. He finds a bunch of dead bunnies.
Oh, okay.
That he thinks will be useful as his friends, and like puts them in the cave so they come back to life so he can eat them. But then when they come back to life, they can talk.
All right.
And they only wish good things for the world. And he's like, well, can you help me get off this island? Because I've got to get back to my pals. Because they're going to want this resurrection stuff. And then... the middle of the movie is when they like get back to them and they meet them, but then I don't know what happens.
Well, here's what I'm thinking happens, right? The pirates come back.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, they left something.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Well, the bunnies build a bunny ship and they meet them in the middle of the ocean.
Okay.
Ship to ship.
A bunny
Can
ship.
we do that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that changes what I was going to do.
Oh,
but
okay, sorry. No, you do
that's-
your idea first. You do your idea first.
No, I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay.
We're going to go with bunny ship.
Okay.
I like bunny ship. So they build a bunny ship
Okay.
with the human guy.
Yeah.
It's the captain,
Yeah.
presumably.
Yes, he's the captain now.
His name is Bunny.
Yes.
We're going to call him Bunny.
Yes.
His name's always been Bunny.
and he names them all after him.
Yeah, great.
So-
They sail out.
Oh, we've got a minute left.
They meet the evil pirate ship.
Okay.
And they're like, holy shit, that thing worked. We're going to get back to the island. And they've got to stop them from getting back to the island because they're going to, like, ruin...
Because they're like, yes,
whatever.
now we'll live our dreams and we'll destroy everything. And he's like, no, these bunnies have taught me that being nice is the way to be. I don't want to be a pirate anymore.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, and then they race to the place.
Yeah.
And then something big and massive has to happen when they go back into the cave, and they all go into the cave at the same time or something. They do all get brought back to life.
A kraken. A kraken kills them.
They all get back to life, but then the bunnies
Yep.
show their pirate side
Okay.
and kill all the human guys.
Great.
No.
But they were already ghosts, weren't they?
They're already ghosts. They find a way to reverse.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how we get this back to being the story of Easter, though. Remember, that's...
Yes, that's
it's
what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do.
The bunnies...
We've got 20 seconds.
The bunnies win, right?
Yeah.
The bunnies win and make a whole bunch of little individual bunny ships, and each bunny goes on a journey out
Yes.
from the island to
Yes.
find land, and whenever they land, that's where they start to spread the journey of Easter.
They all have with them the reversed version of one of the ghost pirates.
What?
When they reversed it they sent it through the thing backwards, and it turned into an egg. And that's the first Easter egg that they give out. And
It's a skull of a ghost pirate. All right, sure.
That was
Okay.
5 minutes. That was ridiculous.
Now, we could sell that to DreamWorks because
Yeah.
they would make that hot track.
Yep. I don't really like that very much. So I think what we need to do next time is maybe have 2 obstacles, because I think that was pretty hard.
No, I think the Bunny Pirate mashup movie was very
I think
good.
it's rubbish.
I think it was a very
okay,
good movie.
let's do a couple more. How much time do you want to do for this one?
4 minutes.
4 minutes?
We get 4 things
Oh, shit, okay.
if you've got the guts.
Okay, 4 minutes, 4 things. Yep, let's do it. Let's take one from each.
Yep. Okay. So, this movie, let's do it this way. I've got the first half of the movie.
Oh, shit,
You've got the
okay.
second half, all right?
Oh, shit, okay.
So we start off
cool,
in a
okay.
sky city.
Yes.
A sky city that is called Heaven. It's just called Heaven.
Okay.
And the problem that we have to overcome is there's too many cooks, literally.
It's too many cooks in Sky Heaven.
Yep. Literally.
All right.
Too many literal cooks.
Well, and we end up with artificial intelligence in a
Right.
space house.
This is perfect. Yep. This is all going to make
Okay,
sense.
so
Start the clock.
timer. So I'm going to propose that we start in the Sky.
I do.
Sky Kingdom.
Yep.
Oh,
It's called
We
Heaven.
start in the Sky Kingdom, and somehow by the end of the story, we're in a space house.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So basically,
We
the
can get
Sky
from
Kingdom
this.
just floats and floats and floats. It
Yep.
gets kicked out of orbit by whatever happens in the story.
Well,
something like that.
Too many cooks. And
Yes.
they're all stirring, and it
Wait, so
rocks
what
their
if
place on its
this
axis.
kingdom, the reason it's called Heaven is because they can make anything for you. They can make any food you want.
Great.
And
Pie-
an
can I
issue
make-
I
can I
always
make-
had with the idea of Heaven
Could
is...
they make pikelets?
Yes.
Tacos?
Yes.
Enchiladas?
Yes. We've got 3.5 minutes left.
Could they make a dessert pizza?
We've got 3 minutes 20.
Okay.
Okay, so
Fairy
because-
floss that doesn't stick to the roof of your mouth.
3:17.
Okay. But that's a yes on the fairy floss?
3:14.
Great. What were we going to say?
I am losing my train. Where am I going? Choo choo. All right. So
Too many
okay,
cooks.
they're cooking so much, and I've always had this idea about Heaven that if you're up there for a little while, you just get bored because everything is good. And so I reckon what happens here is they are just able to make so much stuff. They just keep indulging, and they're cooking so much that the steam and the refuse that's shooting out starts to destabilize the
Okay.
whole city.
Yeah.
Or something.
That'll work.
Right? And so they start developing some kind of checks and balances that aren't human to lead towards this AI problem.
Okay.
AI solution.
So they're going to build like a cleaning robot, but he's going to become sentient.
Yes. So they build a cleaning robot, and then what he ends up doing is he starts off cleaning all the...
He's fueled by the offshoot of cooking stuff.
Yes. And so he starts getting rid of all their refuse, and then he starts to think that the humans themselves are refuse.
Oh,
Just
okay.
can't. He's like, you said this place is supposed to be perfect. Let's get rid of the only perfect thing in it.
Let's cut out
the humans.
This is the problem. I can stop the problem from happening
Existing.
if I get rid of the cooks.
Yes. So let's.
I'm going to add another spanner in the works.
Sweet, we're halfway with 2
the
minutes.
town, who's
Yes.
the mayor's a little bit crooked. He's like, well, the problem is this robot's going to start killing the cooks. We have too many cooks, so we're going to do like a raffle, a draw, and like it's going to be like a Logan's Run kind of thing. Like if you get a red card, you're one of the cooks that's up for getting killed.
Okay.
If you're a yellow Cook, you get to live.
Okay,
and
and
it's
then
going to be
where
all
do they-
fair, but it's probably rigged.
And where do they do this battle of running away from the AI and the AI
Town
fighting?
Square.
Town Square.
Yeah.
Do you reckon we could expand it into the air?
Sure.
Or something? So they have these ships that are powered by the food, and the cooks have to make the best food they can.
They're the food trucks of the sky.
Yes,
that's what it is.
And
It's
that will
food
fuel
trucks.
that will fuel their space trucks.
So basically, the
So they
red
can
chefs
escape the-
who have been selected to be killed have taken the food trucks, which are air trucks, into the sky to escape a sentient robot
Yes.
that's trying to kill them.
And yes, and what it does is it realizes that if it disconnects from Earth's atmosphere, it can really discombobulate the humans by losing gravity,
Yeah.
and then it can lose all the air as well, but it's got to do that slowly over time.
Okay.
So it projects itself into space, and it's floating through space. It becomes this space house, and then the cooks who've flown away,
Yeah.
the cooks who've flown away realize that they can't abandon their home, and they're the only ones who can save them. So they turn around and fly back and face this AI. And
I thought the AI was following them.
It is. So it flies out of orbit,
Yeah.
and tries to suffocate its humans while they're running away into space.
Yeah.
The bad cooks, and the cooks turn around and decide to meet it head on.
Oh, shit.
And try to fight it, and try to push it back into orbit. And like everyone's grateful, and everyone loves each other for their efforts, but all they do is explode it.
Oh, that's good. I was going to say all your movies end with too much love, but then you exploded them
it
and I was back on
explodes
board.
it, and the AI doesn't get what it wants,
Just left
but
alone.
neither did the humans.
Can it just be left alone floating in space forever?
A piece of it is,
Oh.
and it might land on another planet one day.
Oh, shit. All right, that's pretty good.
That was pretty good. Man, that was hard with 4, but that was good with 4.
Well, if you think that was hard, we're using whatever's left for
oh,
the last
sweet.
one.
Okay, and how much
Yeah.
time?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm
Jeez.
going to take...
3 of each.
No, I've got 4, I think.
Oh, shit.
So I'm
Oh,
going to get
shit,
all...
okay.
We're going to do this one on the fly, okay?
Okay.
So you can give us the first scenario,
Take
right?
that piece
We're going
by
to start, and then I'm just going to give you the first problem.
Have you already looked at them all? I haven't looked at all.
No.
of them.
So
Okay,
we're going to solve them as we go.
Okay, great.
3 minutes.
Okay.
We can do it.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Ready, steady, go.
So where are we?
We are... A loner comes into a town.
Yeah, and all the girls there are vegan.
Okay.
Okay.
Because they're vegan.
Yep, so he's just like, he's in town, all the girls are vegan, he's like a heavy meat eater and he's trying to fit into fish out of water story.
Yeah.
It's not so bad, it's kind of funny and lighthearted at this point.
Yeah, but the problem is they're trying to colonize a planet. So he has to they're trying to colonize a planet, which means they need to repopulate. So he is trying to get in with the ladies so that they'll extract.
But they're not interested at all because he's like a heavy meter. So he has to pretend
pretends
to be
he's a vegan, and then to get them to extract his sperm.
To get it to happen, he meets up with 2 bunnies, right? He meets up with 2 bunnies. I guess there's a bunny theme.
That was me. I didn't.
There's 2 bunnies,
It's
and
Easter almost.
they're obviously vegetarians. They eat carrots, so they're trying to teach him the ways of the vegans. I'll give you one of those.
Wait, he meets up with bunnies because they protect all the animals, and no animals die on this planet.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So he's meeting up the bunnies. He kind of befriends them. He knows it's a trick. He's going to eat meat. He probably was planning to eat the rabbits.
And do the
once he
bunnies
gets what he
know
wants.
that the bunnies know
They
that he's
don't know.
lying?
No, they don't know.
What if they find out?
They're going to find out.
Okay.
They're going to find out.
And they threaten to tell the girls, the ladies.
Yeah, and also we find out that dogs on this planet can talk, but they're all jerks.
Oh shit!
So the rabbits.
So the dogs
find out.
Yes,
They find out. They oversee
blab,
it, and they blab.
or they threaten to blab.
Yeah.
And then they say there's going to be an apocalypse.
Oh shit!
If and they're going to destroy the world.
Yeah.
If the guys don't leave, if the dude doesn't leave town or whatever.
Yeah, the methane levels and the gas levels of the planet are perfect, and if
then-
any animal is harmed or killed, it will disrupt everything.
And then the way that
One
left.
minute.
We're doing good. And then the way that the guy, he thinks about this and he's like, what can I do? And he finds a whistle.
Okay.
That is a dog whistle.
All right.
And so he has a plan, and the first part of which is to go into town blowing the whistle so that all the dogs are immobilized, and then, let's look at my last one, everyone is too racist.
Oh no!
But they're racist towards animals.
Great. Fuck them.
So wait, so he blows the whistle and all the dogs are immobilized, and then who's racist?
Everyone is too racist.
okay, so he comes in and he goes, oh, we need to fix everything, and I'm going to...
But everyone could just be white, so it might not be a problem. It's just an underlying
But what if
thing.
they're racist towards animal species? Like, because if they're talking animals, they could be considered a race.
Okay.
Or everyone is racist as in they have a race.
Yeah, okay, that's probably better. That's a way to solve this in 15 seconds.
They finish with a big race.
Yep.
They hit, all the dogs like get confused and run out onto the road and get hit.
Yep. Oh, well, I guess they were jerks.
Yeah. And then
The man meets a woman, and they kiss.
and then they see so much pain and death that he agrees to be vegan, and then they agree to repopulate
Gross.
just with one man.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, good for him.
I mean, but like using a turkey baster, like not
Ew, gross.
like actual
Nah,
sex.
old-fashioned way.
No.
Way
And then
better.
they can, oh my gosh, then they can do it like bunnies.
Oh.
And that's what inspires them.
And then he has sex with one of the rabbits.
Then it becomes Easter.
And that's the true story of
True
Jesus.
story of Christmas. Oh.
Well, we nailed it.
Yeah, that was, it's pretty ridiculous.
I'll be honest, of those 3 movies, I probably wouldn't watch either of them, any of them.
I like
The last one was probably the best.
the AI space one.
It was alright.
With the cooks. I like the idea of cooks in heaven, like cooks in a heaven's space station place.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
Actually,
it's
yeah,
just
that's true.
silly enough to still be fun. Like, it kind of reminds me of like a Storks or a...
You get Terry
or a-
Gilliam maybe directing it, that could be alright.
Yeah, or it could be like Boss Baby, like in that kind of realm where there's this whole other world that's part of the real world, but there's a whole other world. Yeah, that was good. Okay, well, that brings us very close to our time.
We did it.
I think we did a great job, and so I want to say thank you so much to... for everyone for listening to this episode of Pitching In, and thank you so much to my guest, Shane Adamsack.
You guys are so handsome out there.
Thank you for joining
you know
us.
who you are.
He's looking at you. And please feel free to join us again next week for more ridiculous pitching fun, and check out more episodes on iTunes or at our Facebook page or on the Podbean app. And likewise, you can check out Shane's multiple podcasts. Where
I have so much stuff. Look, if you just go to my website, which is zachadams.org, there's links to everything there. That's probably the easiest thing to do.
Excellent. He's a man of many talents and many things out. And that is it for us. So remember, until next time, that kindness can be critical.